We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Brit Says. What are we up to this week? Take off my slippers. It's been an interesting week. You know, I spoke on a lot of things this week. Follow me on Instagram @_Britstagram. And follow me on Twitter, even though I don't tweet. I'm gonna really start tweeting dead ass at Brit Says with 2 S's. I'm gonna really start tweeting because I feel like, you know, Twitter's cool. Apparently, like, even our current president, he tweets all the time, and that's unprofessional. So, like, let me join in. Is anybody getting prepped for the holidays, right? Because October just came and went. Me personally, I'm getting prepped for the holidays. I want to decorate the apartment, not too crazy, but you know, like, I don't want to like go crazy, but I want to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do like a modern, chic Christmas or whatever. I have Christmas pillows. You guys can't see them in the frame. I'm gonna figure out. I got these was cheap too, bitch. Let it snow, y'all. Isn't it kind of cute though? Right? And then this one says, "Hello, winter." There were pillowcases, $12, Amazon, bitch. Get into it. And then I got a throw, but it didn't match with the pillows. Cause honestly, I'm gonna be honest though, the pillowcases did not match the picture from the picture on Amazon that I bought at all. Like, at all. It literally didn't match the picture or the size. First of all, it fronted like it was the whole pillow. I should have known, because I was like, 4 pillows for $12. I was hyped. That's why I bought them. I thought it was pillows, but it was actual pillowcases. And it made it seem like the pillows were this, like, half this size. But whatever. I like it. Definitely, I don't want to make promises, but I want to say I'm probably most likely try to like make the background look holiday-ish or whatever. I'm not doing a Christmas tree this year because I'm cheap, and I want to wait to get like a good Christmas tree after Christmas, because you know how like after the holidays all the Christmas trees go on sale for the low. Even though they got Christmas trees for the low now, I do fake Christmas trees, not real Christmas trees, because you know you could keep it all year round. So I'm gonna try to wait until the holidays are over to get me a Christmas tree. I was thinking about getting a Christmas tree this year, but I was like, and I'm kind of not even, like, I'm in the holiday spirit, but I'm not in the holiday spirit. Like, does that make sense? Like, I'm in the holiday spirit because I like Christmas, but I'm not in the spirit because, you know, it's been a rough year. So yeah, I hope you guys are getting prepped for the holidays. I'm doing a holiday episode. I was like, how did I never do a holiday episode? Like, I only had 1 season during the holidays though. And remember, Brit Says used to be like a seasonal show, 8 to 9 episodes, 1 season. So that's probably most likely why I didn't do a holiday episode. So we gonna talk holidays, and I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that. That episode should be coming to you pretty soon. I'm gonna let it happen like a little bit before Christmas, or like right before Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I hope you guys get excited for the holidays. Not big on Halloween, especially this year. Like, y'all, are your kids trick-or-treating this year? Are you going trick-or-treating? Like, who's doing that? It's so unfortunate. Are you guys doing Thanksgiving? Like, me and my family, we trying to figure out. I told my mother straight up, like, I think everybody should just do Thanksgiving at their house, because some people gonna come over, some people not. Then I heard my father, he is acting weary about COVID. Me, I never had Thanksgiving by myself. Not by myself, but like with somebody. Like, I'm with me now. We got our own apartment. So I kind of was like, oh, let me try that out. Like, I'm gonna try to make a turkey. Like, let's try to make a turkey. Yeah. Like, Sounds hard. Sounds easy. But I want to make a turkey. I hope it comes out moist. So I'm going to try to do a little fake Thanksgiving here. Not fake, you know. A little turkey, 4 sides. Real cute. Real cute. So, you know, I could prepare myself for the future. You know, because Thanksgiving is hard. You know, cooking a lot of food for a lot of people is a lot. You know what I'm saying? And cooking lots of food. Lots and lots of food. So, I'm definitely going to cook this year for Thanksgiving. I think that would be cool. Or whatever, but I think I'm gonna stay home. I think everybody's gonna stay home. I don't know. What are y'all doing? Are we doing Thanksgiving this year or nah? Like, is Thanksgiving a thing? Talk to me, cause I didn't think about it, so I heard everybody talking about it. Cause you know, I don't know. I don't think I'm doing Thanksgiving. And it's not even because of like COVID. It's just, well, technically it is because of COVID. It's not that I'm scared I'm going to get it. It's that I feel like a lot of people feel like they might get it. And it's just causing too much. Like, it's, you know how like you want to do something for Thanksgiving, but then, you know, like with the COVID thing, you know, some people might not show up, or some people, you don't want people to feel obligated to do things. So it's just like, let's just do it in the house. Let's just stay to ourselves. Fine. Stay home, by all means. So, but I'm quite sure there's other families that will be doing Thanksgiving. But yeah, I just want to talk about holiday prep, right? For that episode, we'll probably get more in depth about just getting into the holidays or whatever the case may be. And in this episode, OMG, we're going to be talking about learning your purpose. And I was like, because I feel like this episode is so much now that like so much things is going on. You know, I wake up every morning, I watch sermons. I'm like very inspirational because I've been through so much. Just, yeah. And so now this topic is too much for me. Like at the time, like literally at the time I wrote season 4, like I understood, like I was just coming up with ideas. Like I was just throwing ideas out there. But now I feel like this topic is too heavy. Like I don't even know if I could like say everything in one episode, but you know, I'll do what I can. That's all I can do, and just try to be purposeful. No pun intended. So in an article titled "How to Find Your Purpose in Life," written by Jeremy. Before every topic, what do we like to do? We like to expand our minds. Expand your mind, expand your mind, expand your mind. Now, in an article titled "How to Find Your Purpose in Life," written by Jeremy Adam Smith, he states, "Indeed, a sense of purpose appears to have evolved in humans so that we can accomplish big things together, which may be why it's associated with better physical and mental health. Purpose is adaptive in an evolutionary sense. It helps both individuals and the species to survive. Many seem to believe that purpose arises from your special gifts sets you apart from other people. But that's only part of the truth. It also grows from our connection to others, which is why a crisis of purpose is often a symptom of isolation. Once you find your path, you'll almost certainly find others traveling along with you, hoping to reach the same destination, a community." What sticks out to me in this statement was, but that's only, okay. Many seem to believe that purpose arises from your special gifts and sets you apart from other people, but that's only part of the truth. It also grows from our connection to others, which is why a crisis of purpose is often a symptom of isolation. So I feel like, especially now that I'm getting older. I'm pretty sure people who listen to watch, we feel like we're getting older and things like that. Purpose has meaning, right? Or purpose doesn't have much meaning. We don't know, you know. A lot of us thought we knew our purpose at 18 or even 14, and now we're at this age and we're not really fulfilled in our purpose, right? Or maybe we're not doing what our purpose calls for, right? So maybe you felt your purpose was to be a veterinarian at 18, right? You just love dogs and cats and kittens, honey. And then now you're working at a dentist's office, right? So purpose is so big right now because this happens often. This happens to so many people. Like, I'm quite sure too, like with your parents. Like, I know, like, my father could paint. Look at me telling people business on the podcast. Lord have mercy. Right? But he went on to be a teacher and he's retired now, you know. Did he miss his purpose? Could he have been the next Basquiat? Or who else? Who else is a good painter? I don't know. It's a lot of them. I'm sorry. Could he have been, right? I know my mother told me she used to sing, allegedly. Like, what if she was supposed to be a singer? But life gives you turns and twists, and it requires so much change, right? So when I say that, does it mean that they missed their purpose? Or they're living their purpose, right? Because let's say you thought you were supposed to be a veterinarian, but now you're working at a dentist's office, right? Do you feel like your purpose was to be a veterinarian, or your purpose is to be a dentist? Because that's where you're at right now. That's what God is calling you to do, right? I think it depends. Does it fulfill you? A lot of people perceive purpose differently, right? Some people perceive purpose as what it is that you feel you want to do, what makes you happy, right? And then some people perceive purpose as what God is calling you to do, or whomever you believe in is calling. What you've been called to do is your purpose, right? Literally, what you've been placed into, your circumstance has placed you in. So that already causes a lot of confusion with purpose, because a lot of people think you need to know your purpose, and a lot of people believe maybe you're just in your purpose. For me, I do think that you might be called to your purpose. I think it's something that you're called to. Some people might know it offhand and they live in it, and some people might be called to it. Do I know my purpose? Is a question. I'm not sure, because I feel like, you know, lately, especially, I've been all over the place. Like, you know, I stick to my podcast. That's number one, right? But what is it going to bring for me? I don't know. But literally last week, I told myself I'm not doing it for, you know, any gain. I'm doing it because I like doing it. I like putting on the makeup, putting on the clothes, and I like talking in front of the camera. And hopefully one or two people are gaining something from the podcast episode. And that's what I feel comfortable putting on my Instagram account and my social media account, is how I feel and what I want to talk about to the world. So for me now, the podcast is just, this is my content. Like, you know how people put up pictures of themselves on the internet, or they put up pictures of their kids, or where they're going, or what they eat. This is what I want to put on the internet. It's not about gaining something from it. It's just, this is me, you know? So I don't know what it will bring. I don't know maybe that's one of my purposes, is that people listen to me and they hear something from it and they gain something from it. I have other things that I'm working on, and I don't really want to speak on it. It's nothing big, but it's a huge, honey, a huge transition for me in my life, and I'm like, wow, is this really my purpose? It makes me giddy, it makes me excited. So I'm thinking like, wow, because it's such a big change. And I'll say it when things come into fruition, like fully. I'll talk more in depth because I'm still trying to like learn everything or whatever the case may be. So, you know, I definitely think, you know, it's, and that taught me too that life kind of brings you to your purpose. I think that oftentimes too, you know, even you hear like sometimes celebrities say, I never really wanted to be an actor, but then one day I did A, B, and C, D, and I was here, and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, but it's all about what you perceive what purpose is, right? And the other day, I remember my friends came on, we was talking about how like purpose is not just driven into career. Purpose could be, you know, what you give to the world, right? That may not be a career, right? Maybe your purpose is to just volunteer, right? You might have a 9-to-5 job, but you also work for free every day at the church and give. You're a giver. That's your purpose. You know, it doesn't have to be career orientated, you know, or maybe your purpose is to, you know, just be a sense of relief or healing to people, your friends, your family, right? Maybe that's literally your purpose. It's like you're the person that people feel they could call and you could give them the best advice possible. You know, maybe that's your purpose. Maybe your purpose is to, I don't even know. I don't know. Like, it's not really your career. It's just like what you give into the world, right? Because sometimes we put stuff on purpose. Like, my purpose in life is to be the CEO of Google or whatever, right? And it's just like, is that purpose? Like your career, that's what's big to you is your title. That's your purpose, is your title. That's your purpose in society. I feel like purpose is something so big, so much bigger than career. It's purpose. Let me Google what I'm gonna Google the definition of purpose, because I want to know the exact, what am I doing? The exact definition.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I should ask Google. That scared the crap out of me. Okay, so definition of purpose: the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. A person's sense, and it's 3 definitions. Okay, let's settle down. Okay, first definition: the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. Okay, that makes sense. A person's sense of resolve or determination. There was a new sense of purpose in her step as she set off. Usually purpose is a particular requirement or consideration, typically one that is temporary or restricted in scope or extent. Okay. On purpose intentionally, to no purpose with no result or effect pointlessly. To the purpose, relevant or useful. Okay, so I feel like we could use maybe definitions 1 and 2, right? A person's sense of resolve, right? Or determination, what makes you feel good, what determines you to move every day. Or this one is supposed to be literal, and I think it could be sensible, is the reason for which something is done, right? The purpose, literally, that's literally the reason why something is done. But you could use that for yourself too. The reason why you get up every morning, right? So the reason why something is done, the thing that you're doing is getting up every morning. The reason that you are here on this world, right? Or created for which something exists. Why you exist. Why? What is my purpose, right? Even though it could be obviously a very literal definition, and that's what purpose is. So I feel like, you know, a lot of people are chasing this purpose. Like, what is my purpose in this world? Especially you got a job you hate. Or right now, too, people got laid off, right? So now you could, when you jobless, you could really, like, you getting this unemployment and stuff, you could really figure out, should I get a job like this again? Should I do this? Should I go back to school? Should I, like, now everybody has room to figure out their purpose right now, right? A lot of people do, for the most part. So we kind of trying to, like, see where we fit in, especially if you're, like, not working, or even if you are working, you see what the world is becoming and what's happening, and you like, is this my purpose? Maybe I should move differently. Like, you know, when COVID hit and we was in the house all day, I was like, yo, what's good? Should I be in New York City? Like, should I move? Should I do this? Should I do that? You get what I'm saying? So it's just all about, like, where your headspace is. And maybe a lot of you did different things. And like I said, you know, you at your job, but you was like, you know what, I want to read more and figure out my purpose. And it's just a lot. How can, oh wait, if not, oh, do I know my purpose? I said, I feel like I do, but I don't. It's like a weird answer. And the reason why I say I do, but I don't, because I want to do something, but because I have never done it, I have to be in it and to see if, like, this is it, this is it, this is it, this is the winner. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like what I want to do is my purpose, but I think because I've never done it, it's like interesting. If not, if so, how did it come to that? I feel like I can't answer these questions without being vague. I don't want to tell my business, and I won't. I'm going to be private. I will tell you maybe sometime next year, though. How can one find your purpose? I think life. I really do. I think that it comes out of nowhere. Like, it'll hit you. Like it will happen. And I think a lot of people do know their purpose, they just don't fulfill it. They just don't do it. Like, it's a lot of people that are like, oh, I want to start this business. They never start their business. Oh, I want to write a book. They never write a book. Like, there's so many people out here that never even try to pursue their purpose. So we think that we don't know it. You know it. You might really dead know your purpose, but you just don't. You're not confident in yourself to try that. So you feel like you don't know it. Does that make sense? Like, you literally know your purpose, but you're not, you feel you would never do it. So you feel you don't know your purpose because you feel like if I would never attempt to do this, then that's not my purpose. That's not necessarily true at all. I don't think so. I don't think because you choose not to fulfill your purpose, you don't know that's not your purpose. That really might dead ass be your purpose, and because you are inconfident or you are being lazy, you just won't fulfill it. So I feel like we all kind of know it. We all kind of might, and sometimes we all kind of know it, and sometimes we don't, because you might have not reached that point where you've really found your purpose yet. There's those two types of lives where you may not have kind of hit it until something happens in your life. It could be adversity, it could be loss, it could be something good, it could be bad, I don't know. And then you just be like, I gotta do this, I gotta make a change in society or the world or whatever. Does everyone really have a purpose? Oh my God. OMG. I think everyone legitimately has a purpose, but everyone does not fulfill their purpose in life. Everyone has a purpose, I swear, but maybe we do. Maybe we do. See, that's why I said this conversation is so, like, big. Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, we all have a purpose, and a lot of us may not see it. but we really living in it, right? Because, you know, I feel like some people be like, I don't feel like I'm living in my purpose. But like, you never know. You might be a ray of light to somebody and that was just your purpose. Or you might be inspiring somebody from the background and that might just be your purpose in life. That was just what it was for you. You might have came into somebody's life and real life changed it and that was really your purpose. Or, you know, I think some people make purpose this big thing, like it has to be big, it has to be extravagant, it has to be known, the whole world has to see it. And it's like, maybe it was just a thing with you and this person. Like, what if, because I always think of that, right? I always feel like people are brought into your life for a reason, right? And I feel like, what if your purpose was already fulfilled, right? What if you came into somebody's life and you said that one word or that one quote, or you did that one thing for them, and it made them become like this big scientist and find the cure for cancer. Like, maybe that was dead ass your purpose. Like, for real, for real. You get what I'm saying? Or like, for instance, the Central Park 5, right? Maybe when they were in jail and stuff like that, and they couldn't see the ray of light, the light at the end of the tunnel, but they made such an impact on so many people's lives, the Central Park 5, and just on society and black lives and so many people, right? Maybe that was their purpose, right? But I know for them, they probably feel like they might not be living in their purpose right now, right? Maybe they want to do things or accomplish things because they were in jail for so long. They want to do things like they feel like, I have to fulfill my purpose because I was in jail for something years. And it's like, maybe you fulfilled it. I think God has a funny way of doing things, and I think that some of us may never know we found our purpose. I think that we all have one, but some of us may never see that purpose. We may never notice that we've actually fulfilled our purpose. I think that's what it really is. So I feel like we all have one, but it's just that we all may not see it so clear, in a clear eye view. Can not having a purpose really determine who you are and what you'll become? Interesting. No, because like I said, I feel like we don't always know our purpose. We don't always know exactly what it is. I feel like everyone might always achieve their purpose. I feel like people always makes their mark on the world. Whether it's one time, 2 times, 3 times. Like, for instance, you know, I think that sometimes we go through really horrific things, right? And I was listening to a sermon, and I know that sometimes we go through like really bad things, and like you might go through like a really tragic car accident or something, but you come back from it and you bounce back from it, and you just wake up every day and wake up every morning, and somebody to you, you're like, oh, my life. But for somebody, they will dead look at you and be like, yo, this person went through so much, and they dead ass get up every morning, go to work, do what they gotta do, and wow, look at the strength, right? So I feel like that might be your purpose sometimes, right? In the moment when you deal with adversity or loss or anything tragic, you feel like hopeless. You feel like, and you go through this weird phase like, what is my purpose here? Why is this happening to me? But what if your strength is inspiring somebody from the sideline? Like, you're not even privy to that. Cause things like that happen, you know. I look at some people too myself, you know, like Vanessa Bryant, right? I don't know her personally. I don't know what she's dealing with. I don't know how she's coping. That's why I don't like to idolize celebrities and stuff like that, right? But what I do know is that she's awake. She's up. She's posting pictures. She's going to Ciara's house and playing football with the kids. She's doing what she can. Is she alleged? I'm not alleging anything. I'm just saying examples because, please, I can't afford to get caught up in the nonsense. Is she self-medicating? Is she drinking a lot? Is she taking medication? I don't know. But what I do know, even if she might be doing that and that's something she might get through, we don't know. Like, I'm just saying. What I see is a woman waking up every morning, though she lost her husband and her daughter so tragically in front of the world. Right? Right? Exactly. So it's like, that to me is inspiring. Stuff like that. You know? And some things don't have to be inspiring. What if just the love somebody gives you, right? You don't notice the amount of love and attention you might give to somebody, right? Maybe that's your purpose. Like, it's certain things I notice that people do or how they behave or engage, and I'm just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's purposeful, for real. Like, that's real life purposeful. Like, just how you engage with people. I think you make purpose too career orientated. It's not always about that. Have you looked at yourself lately and asked what have you done lately and how you might have impacted someone, or what you might have done for people and what you're doing every day? You get what I'm saying? Like, have you thought about that? I don't think it'll determine, not having a purpose won't determine who you are and what you'll become, because I don't think that you'll always know you always live in purpose, but you might not know exactly what it is. Can you have a purpose and not live that purpose and still have a fulfilling life? Yeah, hell yeah. I feel like I said, you don't always know that you've done it, and we don't always know. I'm pretty sure it's grown ass people that's like, I never lived my purpose, but you low-key, high-key had a fulfilling life. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you I think it's important to put emphasis on purpose, because sometimes it makes you feel whole to know you're doing something, right? You're doing what makes you happy. But I do think you can still have a fulfilling life, right? Because I feel like it's like having ebbs and flows, right? Sometimes you wake up in the morning, right? You could be somebody who wake up in the morning and you dead ass don't know your purpose, but you had a good day today, right? So you can still have a fulfilling life, you know? And it's all about what's fulfilling to you, right? Like, maybe going on vacation is fulfilling to you. Maybe your kids are fulfilling to you. Maybe your husband is fulfilling to you, you know? Maybe just finding the love of your life was fulfilled your life, you know? Anything, you know? Maybe, you know, you can have a fulfilling life and dead not know your purpose. I think knowing it and living your purpose will really, you know, brighten up your day. But you definitely will be able to have one whether you know it or not. I definitely think that, because it's hard. And we gotta remember, life is very big. It's very big. When I say that, I mean, it's so much different things that come with life. There's so many opportunities and so many choices. So of course it's going to be hard to find your purpose, right? Think about that. Like, it's so many things in this world, in life. Life is probably the biggest thing in the world. Literally. Like, so of course it's going to be hard to find your purpose, because it's so many options. It's too many. I think the options of purpose are endless. So imagine trying to find a purpose in an endless life. Like, it could go so grand, so big. Like, obviously it's going to be hard to find your purpose. So many options. You can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can be a volunteer, you can be Like, oh my God. Like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, honey. It is a lot. And that's fine. Like, it's literally, you know, if you really, really think about it, how big the world, how many options we have. It's not even about how big the world is. About how many things you can do that could be a purpose. Obviously, that's why it's so hard to find your purpose, right? And I think that's something we gotta always try to keep in mind. It's like, it's not gonna be easy to find that. And also too, like, try to live in the moment. I do think sometimes it's unhealthy to tell people to live in the moment, because there's some people who really out here living in the moment and they just like wilding. But just try to live in the moment, go with the flow, trust in whomever you believe in, and your purpose will find you. I think most definitely. It will find you. Don't try to consume yourself making up things, because there's that spectrum too. There's people out there that's doing 105 different things every other month or every year, and you on this road to finding your purpose, which is dope, but you doing it in such a way where it's too much. Like, just let things flow. Have I ever met someone who was living in their purpose? That's interesting. I had no idea. I don't know. Why am I saying I don't know like that? Somebody who's actually living in their purpose. It's such a feeling you get when you see somebody really doing what they want to do in life. It's a feeling that you get when you see how. Sometimes I do see it. I don't want to say like in who, but I think I said that on one of my episodes, like how I'll look at, like, let's say I'm around people, right? I've been around them for years, right? I'll think about some of the traits and attributes that person has, and look at them today, and I'll say, it makes so much sense. This is what they're doing today. Or this is how their life is, you know, twisting and turning right now. Have you ever done that? Like, you've been cool with somebody, or you've just known somebody, you don't have to be cool with them, for so many years, and just their personality and certain things they say or do, or how they engage, it just makes so much sense. Like, that they're doing something today, right now. Like, I don't know, like certain things. So I do think I've met people who I think are currently living in their purpose. Are they on their road to meeting their big purpose? Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I was watching Michael Todd or whatever, and he was talking about how he's like in front of the stage, this big pastor, and he remembers like in high school he was like, he would run the pep rallies and he would lead the, like, it's certain things like you know, like, I'm even weird too, to like the point where, let's say they say, hey, I'll go somewhere with a group of people and they tell us, or like, all right, everybody pick their favorite shirt. Everybody pick a shirt. I already know what shirt the person will pick, because you just know how that person is. So like certain things do resonate. Like I really do. I think I have seen, I don't want to say, because I still feel young even though I'm hitting 30. I feel like there's so much room for me to really hit purpose, but I do feel like some people are really in that period of where they really are getting there, or might be just living in their purpose. Definitely, I do feel like that. I really do. I do. Am I living in my purpose? I think damn Skippy right now, today, even though I know y'all saying that question might be similar to do I know my purpose, but I think I am living in my purpose. I really believe that, like, dead ass serious, like, for real. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I know something is happening. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I feel like whatever's going on is my purpose. It's everything that's happening is impacting me in such a way that's creating me to be a different person. So I feel like I'm living in my purpose. Do I see it in clear eye view? No, but I think I'm living in it, and I think that's possible. That you can not see something so clear. Your vision can't be that perfectly clear. You can't see it the way you want to see things, but you might be living in your purpose, right? I do wish things had been different, right? I wish that things had been easier. We all wish life was easy, right? Sometimes I be like, wow, why it gotta be hard? Like, why life gotta be so damn hard? Like, why? It's not necessary. But what would it be? Like, what would life be if it was easy? It would be unpurposeful, right? I think so. It would be no purpose. If everything was easy, and that sucks to say, right? When you say it aloud. But I do think that if life was super duper easy, it would have no purpose. It would have no meaning. It would just be like a blob. Like, what is it's like, I know I always reference things because I watch so much stuff, and that's what I love about like watching interviews and listening to podcasts and reading articles, because it expands your mind to think, and that's why I call it expand your mind. It makes you think differently. What was it? I watched too much shit that I can't even remember. Oh, I was watching Bill Burr. You know, the guy who was controversial on SNL. So I decided to watch one of his comedy specials on Netflix. And he's married to a black woman, and he said a joke, like basically like, I forgot, but I could give it to you. He was basically like having a debate with his wife, and then one of the things he said was, what would your music be without everything y'all went through, right? You guys would, like, black people wouldn't be so creative without, would probably not be. We don't know, because I don't want to get him caught up. But go watch the special, because I'm not saying it. I'm saying it in a way where it makes it seem like he said it in such a way that might be offensive, but he definitely didn't. But what he was saying was like, what would your music be like if black people hadn't gone through the struggles? Oh, that's what it was. Like, basically, like he was saying, you know, like, we don't always have that luxury, you know, having a private jet or whatever the case may be. But what would like rap music be like if black people literally had the privilege of white people, right? What would our creative level be like? Like, we talk about growing up in the hood and not having this and that, and I understand that some people are like, oh, but we don't want that. But without black people's adversity, will we be as creative as we are? And that might sound problematic, right? But how could you say that that's problematic, but also tell somebody, oh, had you not experienced the death of a loved one, you probably wouldn't be where you are today. But you're not willing to admit that maybe had African American people not experienced all this adversity and things, that would we be as creative as we are? Would we have had hip hop? Black people created so many things that you know, the Caucasians has took it from us. Let's be honest, right? So we created hip hop, we created rock and roll, we created jazz music, and this is all, we created soul food. Soul food tastes good as fuck, even though it give you high cholesterol, and high blood pressure. Like, would we have these things? We could dance. Like, it's also purposeful. Black culture is so purposeful in America. Like, imagine America without black culture. Let's be honest. Stop. So it's interesting, you know? It's interesting. Like, imagine. Hello. So I think that life couldn't be easy. So that's a big spectrum. Life can't be easy. If life was easy, it wouldn't have had any purpose. it just went. That's just my opinion, you know? So, you know, it's something you don't see. It's something you live. Can your purpose be simplistic? Like I said, I think it can. I simply said, I legitimately think some people's purpose in life, and some people may not want to hear it, is just to be an amazing wife and mother. Like, straight the fuck up. And that for some people may not be what they want. Or just to be an amazing mother. Maybe not an amazing wife, honey. Like, I literally believe that. I swear to everything I love. Like, some people's purpose in this life was to breathe, not breathe, and breathe, honey. And that's just it. Like, straight up. That was just your purpose, boo. And there's nothing wrong with that. I believe that some people's purpose was to literally just impact one person. Like I said, you said something, and you could have even said some mean shit. You know how people say that? So they say, my teacher told me I wasn't going to be shit. That was your purpose. That was you. And it's so unfortunate. I know you don't want to hear it. That was literally your purpose. Was to tell that person they're not shit. So that they could grow to the levels that they are today. It's that simple. I'm dead serious. I really believe that some stuff is some people's purpose in life is really so simplistic and so small. And there's nothing wrong with that. At all. And I think that's what we need to come to terms with. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Like, that is dope. Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like, for real. Like, it could be that simple. Did you ever think of that? Can you come to terms with that? I think a lot of people don't want to come to terms with that. You know? A lot of people don't. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you think about it, not everybody is out here doing big, elaborate things. Right? And not everybody is doing things that we see every day. There's so many people doing amazing things that we probably don't even know about. Right? So how can everybody have this big elaborate purpose when it's virtually impossible for us to see everything, for everything to be so big? You get what I'm saying? So I feel like everybody's purpose is not so in your face. Like, everybody feel like everything has to be in your face. Like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, it can be that small, that simplistic. Like, it could be that to the T. You said that one line to somebody today. That was your purpose. I don't really believe that. I ain't gonna front. I hope that's not my purpose. I do want something a little more, not grand, like where the whole world has to know. It could be I would want something that helps the world. That impacts the world. Something that helps us. It doesn't have to be like a showcase, but I do want to do something really like that that's helpful to a lot of people. That would be something I would want to be my personal purpose, you know? So, yeah. I hope this episode was good. Purpose is big. It's too big of a topic. We can always retouch things, you know, later on. I notice a lot of podcasts do that because things change. Purpose is something you definitely could tap into years later because so many things can happen all the time. So definitely. So yeah, that was, you know, learning your purpose. I hope you guys got so much out of that episode. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you, if you're streaming, leave a comment and review. Leave some stars, comment. Follow me on Instagram _Britstagram. And follow me on Twitter, Brit Says with 2 S's. I'm gonna start tweeting for real. Baby steps. And yeah, I will see you guys next week.